Item: SCP-1193. Code name: Buried Giant. Object Class: Safe. Special Containment Procedures: the borehole containing SCP-1193-1101 is to be capped with a tungsten steel grate containing a locking 2.5 cm endoscopy aperture. At 48-hour intervals, the borehole is to be endoscopically inspected to a depth of 4 km for further manifestations of SCP-1193-1101. Seismographic monitoring devices are posted at 2, 7, and 11 km depths alongside the SCP-1193-1101 borehole. Seismic readings consistent with subterranean movement are to be reported immediately to Site Director Iqbal. In the event of subterranean containment breach, containment staff are to execute Protocol 473-A, severing SCP-1193-1101 below the fifth elbow and backfilling remaining portions of the borehole with pressurized concrete. The basement containing SCP-1193 is to be monitored at all times by a Foundation interrogator. SCP-1193-1102 is to be answered on or before the third ring. Interrogator should attempt to elicit self-directed responses from SCP-1193-1101. Responses which implicate size, body plan, location, or further manifestations are to be recorded in document SCP-1193-2LTR. Description: SCP-1193-1101 is a genetically normal human arm of unusual length, located in a drainage pipe inside the basement of a telephone switching station in Scottsdale, Arizona. 10 centimeters below the drainage grate, the arm terminates in an unremarkable human hand of indeterminate gender. Upon initial examination, the arm was believed to extend through the drainage pipe to a depth of 35 meters. Subsequent endoscopic investigation demonstrated that the arm extends to at least a depth of 71 kilometers, passing without apparent difficulty through the Mahorovičić discontinuity in the upper mantle, with regularly spaced elbows every 4 kilometers. Elbows below a depth of 26 km are slightly retroflexed to accommodate a 9 degrees southward bend in the drainage borehole. Continued endoscopic investigation into the SCP-1193-1101 borehole is suspended due to presently intractable engineering constraints. Communications via SCP-1193-1102, mostly concerning SCP-1193-1101's oven and refrigerator, indicate that SCP-1193-1101 may lack conventional thermoreception, and that it is experiencing no substantial discomfort despite borehole temperatures in excess of 674 degrees centigrade. SCP-1193-1102 is a GPO 746 telephone, topaz yellow, manufactured in 1971. Its dimensions preclude it having been delivered to the site via the borehole. Containment team's present working theory is that it was installed topside for the purpose of communicating with SCP-1193-1101. Installation was conducted by unknown parties, by unknown means, for unknown purposes. The rotary dial has been glued into place, rendering it unsuitable for outgoing phone calls. It is attached to a conventional twisted pair line which enters the drainage pipe containing SCP-1193-1101 and descends parallel to SCP-1193-1101 until endoscopy is no longer practicable. At between 0838 and 1034 hours Mountain Standard Time each weekday, the phone will ring 5 times. If answered, an unidentified voice will willingly engage in conversation with SCP personnel. The voice on the other end of the line invariably claims to be a human being, and regularly mistakes the individual on the other end of the phone for an authority figure. Interrogation to date has therefore been relatively uncomplicated. Notable parallels exist between information elicited via SCP-1193 to 1102 and demonstrable facts about SCP-1193 to 1101. To date, anomalous information received via SCP-1193 to 1102 has included references to human features, but an anomalous body plan. References to insensitivity to heat or cold. References to a cousin or other relative, who will soon arrive to pick him up. References to discomfort and boredom at confinement. References to minor seismic events along the Little Chino Fault Complex. References to discomfort at having a limb or other body part restrained, as by handcuffs, a jelly jar, a pipe, a cast, or in one instance, a gopher hole. At present, data related to SCP-1193 to 1101's size, physical form, and body plan beyond the parts visible through endoscopic investigation should be regarded as provisional. For contingent protocols and physiological testing data, consult document RTMR Delta.